What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and we have finally the information relating to the treasure map SUGO Fest. So this is the info we've been waiting for a while, and we can see on the banner that Carrot is actually boosted on part 1. She's on the banner for part 1, which is really good, because typically when they release a character, like a new legend, and then they have a treasure map SUGO Fest afterwards, typically that new character is boosted on part 3, the part where no one really wants to be pulling. So the fact she's boosted on part 1, is actually really good. So I just want to say that off the bat. Big props to Bandai for that. I just really hope that the rates for this SUGO Fest are better than Carrot's debut SUGO Fest, because they were absolutely atrocious and they really should never ever be that bad. So, you know, I just want to say that as a forefront to this video, I am very happy that she is boosted for part 1 for many people's sake. Also on this banner, we can see straight away that Legend Jack is boosted as well, so that's really exciting. I'll be pulling on part 1 obviously to get those guaranteed treasure map units, so hopefully I can pull Legend Jack along the way. That'd actually be pretty cool. But anyways, we're going to be talking about in this video all of the brand new treasure map rare recruit characters, discussing whether or not they're actually really good. Some of them might be good outside of treasure map as well. We'll have to wait and see. But also go through the structure of this SUGO Fest, because it actually is a little bit different compared to some of the other treasure map SUGO Fest that we've seen, which is pretty exciting for what we're looking forward to in the future. But there's also other things as well that I'm really not a big fan of. So I guess without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. So first thing is first, let's go ahead and talk about each of the treasure map characters. The first one here is a Robin character. Now remember, all the treasure map rare recruit characters from now on can be limit broken. At the moment, it's not really a big deal, but down the road, some of these treasure map rare recruits are actually going to be really good when you limit break them. So here we have this Robin, who is an int fighter cerebral character. Her captain ability isn't really that great, and a lot of the treasure map rare recruits don't really have good captain abilities, but she's going to boost cerebral characters attack by 1.5, so it's pretty terrible. Max special at 12 turns. If 4 or more characters on your crew have a quick int or strength orb, then you're going to get a 1.75 times color affinity to fighter and cerebral characters. This definitely could have some use outside of treasure map. It is a little bit difficult, I would say, to get specifically quick int and strength orbs on your team, unless if you have just those colored units on your team, and then fighter and cerebral characters get a 1.75 times color affinity. This is going to be very good obviously for Legend Carrot, as Legend Carrot herself is a quick unit, and if you're running double Carrot and you have this Robin on your team, you've already got 4 of the units of that color to get that orb, and you have an increased chance of getting matching orbs with Carrot as your captain. So obviously this unit is built to be used with Carrot. Makes sense. Overall, not a terrible unit, but is just going to see play in this treasure map, might see play elsewhere, but not overly an amazing character. The next one here is a new Cat Viper character, and I love the artwork for this Cat Viper. He looks amazing. His captain ability is going to boost striker characters attack by 1.5 times, so again, not really a great captain ability. This unit is a strength striker fighter though, so pretty interesting class combination for a character like Cat Viper. Weird to see him as a fighter character. His special ability maxes at 12 turns, reduces bind and despair by 3 turns, and also reduces the special charge time by 1 turn for powerhouse and fighter characters, which is very good. It's actually kind of weird though, because powerhouse and fighter specifically actually have a lot of units that reduce cooldowns. So again, this is just another character that does that, and also will heal 15 times his recovery as well. So that's not a terrible idea, but like his recovery stat is pretty bad. This character wouldn't be a terrible unit to feed recovery cotton candies to, just to give you a little bit more recovery back, but it's not really that important. He also has a sailor ability as well that reduces his own special reverse by 1 turn, which obviously makes sense, so that you can use his special ability to rewind your other characters' cooldowns. Makes a lot of sense. So overall, again, not like an overly amazing character, but he's just okay. And the last character that is going to be talked about in this video is the brand new Tony Chopper, who is an int fighter striker character. Again, the artwork looks really great for this unit. His captain ability is going to boost the amount of berries you get by 3 times. Not a great captain ability once again, especially not in treasure map. It's really difficult if you want to be running those really high point booster teams to run like your own legend captain with a friend Chopper. Not really going to be that great, considering you don't get any attack boost with his captain ability whatsoever. This character has a great special that reduces the crew's special bind duration by 2 turns. Adjacent orbs and his own orb get transformed into matching, which guarantees you the ability with the brand new treasure map rare recruit Robin. And then then we'll go ahead and boost fighter, slasher, and striker characters attack depending on your treasure map level. And if you're at the max level of 21 navigation level or higher, you get 2.25 times attack boost. Obviously, all three of these characters work together perfectly under Legend Carrot for taking on the brand new treasure map against Nami. Unfortunately, this chopper is not guaranteed in the SUGO Fest. You basically have to go and get really lucky, and hopefully you can pull him. I really hope his rates are half decent. I would love to get my hands on this guy because he's probably the most useful character you could get for this specific treasure map. So let's get into talking about the structure of the new treasure map SUGO Fest. The event information says that Chopper, Cat Viper, and Robin are here as treasure map trusty characters, of course, and they all come with max level, max special level, and max unlock powers with cooldown reduction, bind despair, and auto healing. The new Chopper will give you a whopping 2.2 times treasure points. I actually made a video earlier today talking about the VIP event, and this was already known. We already knew that this character was going to be a 2.2 times treasure mode point boosting character, which I'm not a big fan of. I would have preferred if it just stayed as a 2 times point booster, because it just furthers the gap between people that have Chopper and people that don't. It is what it is. You know, there's not really much we can really say about that. And then below that, it also says recruit these new trusty characters to gain a ton of treasure points, get enough points in this treasure map, and you will get your hands on the special crystal skulls needed to super evolve SUGO Fest exclusive Cavendish. Yes, so it is fully confirmed now that the skulls to Super Evolve Cavendish are accessible as point rewards inside the treasure map, which we all pretty much could have assumed at this point, but it's nice that we have the confirmation. The new Chopper, Cat Viper, and Robin will no longer be in the rare recruit after July 14th, so there we go. That's when the treasure map is going to end, on July 14th. They may appear at a later date, which I don't think will ever happen. Plus, in this SUGO Fest, all wanted posters are guaranteed to be 4-star or better. The SUGO Fest features rate boosts for characters who can get a lot of treasure points in the battles. Of course, that makes a lot of sense. And here we go. Here we go with the structure with parts 1, 2, and 3. The SUGO Fest will start on July 8th. At 1900 PST and will run for 48 hours until July 10th, and that should be the start date of the treasure map. Typically, we've seen the treasure map will begin when part 2 of the SUGO Fest begins. So I kind of expect it to go live on the 10th at 1900 PST, and then we've got part 2 obviously running for the next 48 hours afterwards, and then we've got part 3 running again for the next 48 hours afterwards. So there we go. And you also, you know, if you want to be pulling on multiple parts, you can go ahead and do that. And we'll go through what is different with each part. So part 1, the first 10+1 rare recruit, the first multi is only 30 rainbow gems. That's a pretty much stock standard thing we see in SUGO Fest now. We get the 30 rainbow gems, which is nice. The second multi on part 1 is guaranteed to be the new treasure map rare recruit Robin, the unit that gives you the color affinity to fighter and cerebral characters, which is nice. The third, 6th, and 8th multi is guaranteed to be a SUGO Fest exclusive. No limited pool SUGO Fest exclusives on 3, 6, and 8, which would have been awesome, but you know, it is a treasure map SUGO Fest. You can't really expect that much. And then moving on, the 5th multi-pull is guaranteed to be the new Cat Viper character, the character that removes Bind and Despair, reduces cooldowns, and gives you healing. One thing that actually was pointed out though, is you guys can see here, there is no discounted multi on the 4th multi. I don't know why they've removed it. I hope it's a typo, but I feel like it's probably not. I don't know why they've made the 4th multi now. It's back to 50 rainbow gems. I really don't understand it. I feel like it definitely should have been another 30 gem multi. I'm pretty upset about it, honestly, because that's an extra 20 gems you have to put into the SUGO Fest to get that guaranteed Cat Viper. But it is what it is. There's not much we can really do here. The 10th multi is a limited pool SUGO Fest exclusive, and the 12th is a limited pool SUGO Fest exclusive with max special level. I really wouldn't suggest you guys to go ahead and go all the way to 12 multis here, because we do have the French anniversary arriving at the end of July, so I don't think it's a really smart idea to go too crazy on this SUGO Fest. So that's all of part 1. If you want to get the treasure map characters, your best bet is to pull on part 1. Now for part 2, it is a little bit different, because the first multi, once again, is 30 rainbow gems, but the second multi, it says that the recommended characters are rate boosted. Again, the chances of you getting a recommended character from those 2nd and 5th multis, it's not really that great still. I wish it was guaranteed, but you know, that means that technically that the treasure map rare recruit Chopper is rate boosted there on that 2nd and 5th multi, only on that 11th poster though, which is really, really stupid. The 3rd, 6th, and 8th multi are also a guaranteed SUGO Fest exclusive, and the 10th 10th multi is a limited pool, 12th pool is limited with a max special level, pretty much the same as part 1. Now, part 3 is where things get pretty interesting, stuff that we haven't seen before, right? So let's talk about part 3. The first multi-pool, like normal, is 30 rainbow gems. However, there is an added ability here on part 3. The second multi is guaranteed to be Legend Cavendish. So if any of you guys are out there that do not own Legend Cavendish and you do want to get your hands on him, you can do 2 multis on part 3 and you're guaranteed to get him, which I think is a really nice touch. And I feel like if they do that with every sort of treasure map that comes out that releases skulls for those specific characters, I think that's a fantastic idea to make them guaranteed. So the next one that would be like this would be version 1 Doflamingo, which comes out with treasure map Doflamingo later on down the road. I feel like if they do that there as well, that's really good, because version 1 Doflamingo has a really great 6+, and I feel like they should definitely do that, you know, moving forward. So that's really nice. If you need Cavendish, you can do 2 multis part 3, guaranteed to get him. The 5th multi is a guaranteed, or not a guaranteed, but a rate boosted recommended character, and 368 is a legend, 10th is a limited pool legend, and 12th is a max special limited pool legend. Now, in terms of the rate boosts, on part 1, we've got Carrot, which is awesome, V2 Akainu, Whitebeard and Marco, Jack, which I'm really hoping I can get my hands on. We've got Capone Gang Bedge, we have Charlotte Katakuri, which is version 1, Shiki, V2 Rayleigh, and Frankie. I don't know if it's just me, but it feels like there are a lot of rate boosts here for part 1. Anyways, talking about part 2, we've got V2 Katakuri, you've also got Dogstorm and Cat Viper, you have V3 Sabo, Gear 4 Luffy, Big Mom, Garp, Nico Robin, Tezor, and V2 Fujitora. And then for part 3, Carrot is actually boosted again on part 3, which is cool. Then you've got Quick Whitebeard, V2 Shanks, Luffy and Ace, V2 Sanji, V2 Jinbei, Judge, V2 Doflamingo, and Magellan. So there we go. That's all the information we have relating to the treasure map SUGO Fest. I'll definitely be doing pulls here. I'll be doing at least 5 multi-pulls, get my hands on the new Robin and the new Cat Viper, and hopefully getting my hands on the Chopper character. The Chopper is very, very important, especially if you, number 1, want to rank really high, and number 2, have a very easy time with this treasure map. So that's what we're aiming for in the SUGO Fest. But anyways, guys, that's going to conclude this video today. Hopefully you guys learned something, and remember, guys, the French anniversary is like a month away, less than a month away at this point. So I would suggest don't go too crazy if you are going to be pulling here, because we've got a very, very good SUGO Fest coming at the end of the month. But I really hope you guys enjoyed the video today. If you guys did, make sure to leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell so you can be notified whenever I upload a new YouTube video. But other than that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.